Hello, everybody. Phil Sherman here from Studio 44 with the very first Studio 44 expansion pack series game, Kid Icarus. I was going to play the OG Zelda and then maybe get to, work my way up to some of the newer Zeldas, but it turns out my nephew bought an original Nintendo Entertainment Center, and one of the games he got was Kid Icarus. And he says he's having a lot of trouble with it, and it is a hard game. It's an incredibly hard game, but the secret is to get through the first 3 levels. Once you get through that, the game is cake. And then when you beat the game, then it becomes so much fun because you just keep playing through over and over and over again, and you're practically invincible. And I have a bunch of tips for it, so I thought I'd go through and play it. The hard part is I only have a Switch to play this on. I mean, I have a Nintendo, I have a SNES, NES Duo to play both kinds of games, but I don't have an original copy of Kid Icarus. So I'm going to go with the Switch, try hard not to rewind it because, I've beat the game so many times, it's easy for me to just hit the rewind. I want to try to beat this the whole way through without dying, but we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoy my antics. I'm no means a brilliant gamer. I'm probably the worst video gamer who has a streaming channel. If you're new to this channel, the whole purpose of me starting a YouTube channel was for MLB The Show 2020. They came out with a feature that allows you to create your own baseball stadiums. And my whole life, I've been obsessed with baseball stadiums. Hold on, I should probably turn the music up. But that's been the main focus, is I create stadiums. I wanted to show off some of my stadiums. And then I also wanted to show off stadiums that I found in the vault. And then I got to the point where I was asking for people to send me their stadiums that I could show off for them. And once I finally got a couple, it just snowballed into 1,000 followers on YouTube. Woohoo! I know that's not a lot, but to me it's a lot for just baseball stadium focus. My brother and I play a fictional baseball league too, and I'll play games in that league in user-created stadiums. So we have fun doing that too. People will join me on a live stream and I'll play games and whoever's watching stadiums. And that's kind of fun. But here, the key to the early levels, it's tough because you're not powered up. You don't have extra health. You don't have, tougher armor or anything like that. But you've got to fight as much as possible, because with more points that you earn, you level up, you armor up, and all that stuff incredibly fast. So there's 2 different ways you can go here: up and kind of sneak through, or this way where you run into a board. It's a level I call the Funny Nose Glasses Room. Now, this level can seem very overwhelming, but the key is to get their patterns, get the more wonky patterns down, and learn where your safe spots are, and then go after the easy ones while keeping an eye on the tougher, wonky patterns, and then getting them when you can get them. Collect those hearts, get those kills, get those points. I saw one guy who clearly knew a lot more about this game and its history than me. He was like labeling all the enemies, what their names were, but he said you want to shoot for a certain amount of points. You don't want to go too low, but you don't want to go too high either. Shit, this is another thing I meant to do. These are the rooms where you can win a prize, but the thing is, you have to shoot the prize last, and there's a way to do it. And I don't know the secret. I meant to look that up before I started. I probably should have. But I got so used to just doing it on, oh shit, where's he going to be? Dope. See, that little guy shows up. And I'm going to rewind it just to show you what would happen if you get the right one. Don't collect anything yet, by the way, because if you collect it, then you don't win your prize. But when the last pot is there, or the bag, whatever it is, you shoot it, and there's a prize. There's a feather. Feather, if you fall, it floats you up and keeps you from dying. So I'm going to rewind it because I don't want to cheat in any way, shape, or form. So I shot this guy, and I was done. Not only do you not win the prize, but you lose everything else in the room, too. And it costs you hearts every time you shoot a tank. Or I don't know why I call them a tank. But a money bag or a money pot, whatever you want to call them. And again, it probably seems easier for me because I've been playing this game for 40 years. But the first 3 levels are the hardest to get through. And once you get through these 3 levels, the game's a cakewalk, and I can show you how to make it more of a cakewalk. These stupid guys are a pain in the butt because they're 10 hits. But again, if you kill as many enemies as possible, then you power up faster, you get better armor, and you get more health bars up top there. See, right now you're only at 1 square. I think you can get up to like 4 or 5. The key is to not let the Grim Reaper here see ya. Because if he sees you, he calls in his... Oh, there he goes. He calls in his minions. And again, it's all about paying attention to the pattern they're flying in. And then this gets tricky where the little guys pop up. And these guys who like to duck your arrows. The good news is early on in the next stage, there's a spot where I can fill up with some wine. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at the screen. Yeah, this is one of the first games we ever owned when we got our Nintendo. I think it came with Mario. And did we get Duck Hunt? I don't think we had the gun. Maybe we did. But I know we got baseball, because me and my brother have always been baseball fans. And that's the game the Ricky Davis League was born in. That original baseball that had no real teams, no real players. So my brother and his buddy decided to make up players and create a full team. Now see, there's your glass of wine. My energy's filled back up. This is another Funny Nose Glasses room. So again, just trying to pay attention to the more wonky patterns. And then the rest of them are just back and forth. You want to make sure you kill them in a spot where you can get your heart, because sometimes if you shoot too high, you'll get them and you can't kill them, or you'll kill them in the middle of a block and you can't go through it. That's a tricky spot. Oh, I got it. But all these doors, there's doors where you can buy stuff, there's doors where you can go through training and get new weapons. There's places where they'll power you up. They'll just make you higher, offensive level, where every hit you make on an enemy takes less to kill them. This is going to be one of those expensive... I don't know why they put this one here, because no one ever has that many hearts. Hearts, apparently, is currency in the mythical creatures land. Or the land of the god. What do they call it? Greece mythology. This is Kid Icarus, right? The kid who flew too close to the sun. And his wings burn or something like that because he got too cocky or something. I don't know the exact... I followed all that stuff a little bit more when I was in high school, but we're talking about a good 30-year gap between now and high school, so I'm excited for the Odyssey to come out. Even though I think Christopher Nolan's overrated. Oh, he saw me. Try to get in there, sneak out. Now you want to get this health, because once you go into this room, which is going to be another Funny Nose Glasses room, I'm hurting. But once you go in there, the wine disappears, which would stink, because it'd be nice if you can go in there, take some damage in the Groucho Marx Glasses guys and then come back and fill up, but you might as well get it now. Yep, just kind of pay attention to what their pattern is. And you don't want to ever avoid these rooms at least until you're all filled up. But there's going to be times where you want to go in here to, to get your hearts. Because I think there's 8 guys in every room. And once you're powered up, this is an easy 80 hearts. Pretty morbid currency in this world, but we'll deal with it. And then these are tough too. This is where it would be nice to have a feather. That's usually... It's hard to say this early. It's been a long time since I've started from the beginning. Ooh, I caught a break there. Now here's a store where you can actually buy things. And I think I am going to buy... Well, I don't know. For Zelda players, the bottle is if you die, the bottle will save you. And then the wine fills you up, obviously. And the feather is if you fall where you'd normally die, the feather would make you fly and it saves you. I think I'm going to get the feather because I think I've done enough damage to power up pretty early here. You just got to make sure you go in every single door that's available early on. If it's training, do the training. If it's funny nose glasses, fight the funny nose glasses. That just wiped out my hearts. But if we get past this level and the next, the last level of every world is a labyrinth. And there's spots where you can just... It's basically a giant funny nose glasses room, but with different enemies. They have the same flight pattern, but they're different enemies, and it's in a bigger space. So it's a little safer. And you're near a place where you can keep refilling your energy. So you just go in there and just blast them 1,000,000 times. Keep going back, keep going back, keep going back until maybe you fill up with your hearts. Or if you want to keep leveling up, go for it. But again, I think it does make sense where the guy says, if you go too high, then... It's like you're leveling up, but they don't let you level up twice. You know what I mean? So I think that's why he says you want to be between a certain amount of points. And I don't remember what the points were. This is tricky. I don't want him to see me. Oh, he didn't see me. Woohoo! And I think up here there's a place where I can train and get a new weapon. The problem is the way it's set up, like, you either have to finish the level or fill your energy back up or something before you can use some of them. So I think it usually gets to the point where you can't... you can't have all the new weapons until you've already beat the game, or until you're at the very end, which is a spot you need it the least. All right, I'm hurting. That's normally a spot where I fill up on hearts, but... Oh, here it is. This is the power up already. So I think I'm going to turn green now, and now I cause more damage when I hit people. And I think it takes a little bit more damage to hurt me, too. Now, the problem is I only got, like, 1 hit left. And I got the whole level to go through, and I don't think there's wine. Hopefully I can make enough money before I get in there. But yeah, the first 3 levels, I'm sorry, are really tough, especially this one. I didn't get extra health. I think there are ways that you can get extra health by the time you've hit the 3rd level too. I must not have got enough points for that. And I wanted to kind of base this video on my own knowledge as opposed to, just looking everything up for you guys, and because you guys do that yourselves if you cared enough about this game. This is Kid Icarus and from the original Nintendo system, and Nintendo Entertainment System, way back in the 80s. Oh, here's another funny nose glasses. Oh, probably wasn't the best idea to play that. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I just like a zombie play this game over and over and over again on my Switch. I'm trying to beat it the whole way through without dying. That obviously didn't happen. Now I got to try to do it without cheating, without rewinding. Because I got accustomed to that too, because I've done it so many times it doesn't feel like cheating anymore. It's just a shortcut to play through. But the main reason I started with this game is I normally do a baseball game, a sports baseball game. I hate these guys that duck. And you got the little purple snakes. They're the most common enemy. Because a lot of these guys, you don't see them in the labyrinth. But these guys do. So they're in all the regular levels and the labyrinths. It's so fun. They did a sequel to one of the 3DS versions back in the, what? Maybe not the teens, but the aughts. 2007, 8, someplace around there. I don't know. And it just wasn't the same. They tried to, make it like 3D. You're behind the thing. And they had a lot of familiar enemies, but it just wasn't the same type of game. I actually got pretty far in it. The closest thing I ever felt to a sequel to this game was, I think it was the Wii. There was a story mode on Smash Brothers for Wii. And I was Pit. And I played through quite a bit. Darn it. Oh, wait. Is this going to give me enough? Oh, shit. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Ah. Ant 718. I'm an old timer. I turned 47 in March. So I was like 6, 7 years old when this game came out. I want to say 86, 87. So maybe what I should do is I should stop playing the funny nose glasses and just get to the last level, because the last level or the labyrinth in this first world is pretty simple. You're older than me, Ant. Are you do you follow my channel for the baseball stuff that I play, or do you just find this looking for old school games? I feel like I maybe have seen an Ant before. I'm going to skip the funny nose glasses and see if that helps. Because again, it's been a while since I've started over from the beginning, because I like being practically invincible and just plowing my way through this game. A big part of this, like I said earlier, is I wanted to teach my nephew Jaden how to do it. That is just a store. Maybe you can buy a hammer for 20. Yep. The hammers you use in the labyrinths, there's little stone guys that Medusa turned to stone. And you can... Oh, okay, so you're a baseball guy. Okay, so you're familiar with the channel. But yeah, the hammers you use in the labyrinths, you find these little soldiers... and you break them out of their cement or their concrete, whatever you want to call it, with a hammer in those levels. And then they help you fight the main boss of that final labyrinth for every world. This is going to be one of those levels, or those rooms where you can earn a prize. And a lot of times it's in the same spot, but we'll see. There's a secret to it. I know there's a secret to it, but I never got good at, Yes, it was in the same spot. Woohoo! So I got a barrel. The barrel makes it so you can hold more bottles. You can hold up to 8 bottles. Once you play through the whole game, the first thing I buy is a barrel to gradually fill up my bottles. Because as you get better at the game, you don't need the bottles as much. Early on, you want to have feathers. Yeah, I think skipping the funny nose glasses guy was the key to this. Run the showroom, Blob from OTS. Oh, okay, yeah, ATG, Archmage. He creates all the stadiums or a lot of the stadiums for you guys. So wait, you're officially connected to MLB The Show? Yep, Sewell 21, buddy of mine. Oh wait, you run the show blog. Okay. So it's not like the bulletin boards. That stuff you guys got going with ATS is awesome. Or ATG, I'm sorry. All the classic rosters and stuff. I would love it if you could, like... Because, like, I think there's other games you can do that, right? Like NBA games, you can get, like, the 2000 Lakers and have Shaq and Kobe. I would love it if they did that with the baseball games. That really hurt. Stupid lava of all things in this level to get me. Yeah, see, these guys only take one hit now. But the spot I'm going to show you in the labyrinth, I mean, that spot alone could get you powered up on your armor and health up just by going back and forth between it and filling up your life. Now, the harp, I didn't... Oh. I wasn't in pain. If I was associated with SDS, I wouldn't tell anyone. Oh, okay. Yeah, you'd get hammered, dude. People would like, go back and tell him to fix Stadium Creator. It's a mess. Rah, 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 rah. I know I would. I have so much other stuff I should be doing for Studio 44 right now, but I told myself I was going to do my first stream. I was on my 2 weeks off of work. I work at a school, so I was like, I got to get the expansion pack off and running. I'm trying to talk my wife into streaming Zelda games with me because we have so much fun playing them. She got me Skyward Sword for Switch for Christmas. And it's essentially a brand new game to us because we played it and beat it back in, what, 13 when it came out? 12, 13? When the Wii was out right before the Wii U. Wait, did we get it for the Wii U? I don't know. But anyway, we played through it once and never played it again. And that was, 13, 14 years ago. So, Mark, you like this stadium? This is a good one, right? Now let's see if the prize will be in the right spot. I appreciate you popping in, Mark. Mark Stevens, one of the better creators in the stadium verse, as I like to call us. We got, what, 15, 20 guys, maybe more. It just seems like less right now because we haven't heard from a bunch of guys in a while because they're bummed that the tool is so lame right now. We haven't gotten any new updates. Things seem to get worse. Stadiums aren't labeled correctly in people's vaults. It's just a mess. Yeah, when they say a home run in a silo, Mark, they're talking about this game. Those straight pop-ups that you hit. Woo, I mean, that's kind of unfair, right? Like, I was a big Mario Maker guy. Mario Maker is the first game that ever got me into watching videos on YouTube about video gaming. Because I would create these Mario levels on Mario Maker. But no, I would never see anybody else play them. So this one guy was playing other people's levels, so I would send them into him, and he would play them on, his stream for me. And one of the critiques you often get is the level fair? Everybody wants a challenge, but at the same time, it's got to be something that you can see coming. Those stupid snakes, they're just dropping out of nowhere. You can't tell where they're coming from. That's just unfair. But this is another spot. These guys popping up. Later on, there's a similar villain or enemy, whatever you want to call him, bad guy, who are 10 hearts when you kill them. So that's a good place to A, rack up points, and B, hearts for money. Oh yeah? Which one did you do, Mark? Did he give you one, or did you just find one? Those little squid-looking things, they hurt you if you hit them. If you hit them right, anyway. A lot of times it looks like you hit them. Oh, here's another tip. Look, if you kill all these guys except one, they won't spawn new ones. Or even if you kill them, they won't spawn new ones until the heart's gone. So that could be a good way to get out of a tricky spot if you ever need to. Now, what's in here? Oh, the expensive guy. TJE Station? That one doesn't ring a bell. Scotty, we're playing Kid Icarus, dude. First ever expansion pack stream. I don't have any money to buy any of that stuff. We're playing a 40-year-old Nintendo game. Oh, shit. This is tough. You got this dude above you, and then you got the stupid spiders coming up from behind. Or underneath. See, the heart's still there. They're not coming. As soon as it disappears, there they come. I want to try to get this guy right there a couple times. Boom. That's an easy 10 hearts right there. As long as the spider guys aren't coming at you too. I think I'm pretty close to the end now for this level. And then it's just a breeze through here. Jaden, if you're watching. I almost want to try that jump, but at the same time I don't. Yeah, I have an original Nintendo, Scotty, but I'm playing this on Switch. It's a better picture. It's easier to set up in the studio. All I had to do was unhook the HDMI cable from the PlayStation 5 and plug it into the Switch. I've got my Switch 2 in the other room. So I told myself I was going to give it a try today. And then later on, I'm going to play my Ricky Davis League games. I recorded a third of a new video after the stream last night. Now, is this endure this harsh training? Yep, here we go. These are the windows or the mirrors flying at you, and you have to stay alive long enough, and if you do, you get a choice of 3 weapons, and you want to either pick the long arrow. Actually, I think it's a bow, or the shields. I don't remember what the shields look like. Kind of like the resurrection stone in Harry Potter. Ah! Oh, I think my bottle came into play. Yeah, I won a free bottle. Woohoo! Yeah, fire. There's a little fireball that goes around your arrow when you shoot it, so you have a little bit of a wider, kill zone. The wand. That's what you want early on, or the bow. The bow makes you be able to shoot all the way across the screen. And this is only, by the way, in the levels 1, 2, and 3 of each world. They don't work in the labyrinth. It's like in Super Mario World. If you're on Yoshi, they kick you off Yoshi before you go into the castles. I think I'm going to go with the wand first, because if you kill guys too far away with the longbow, you don't get their hearts, and early on you need those hearts. I'm pretty sure going into this level I'll have enough points to power up, and I'll get an extra health meter. Have to, right? Yep, there it is. Power up. Okay, now the labyrinth. Doug! I've never heard of the angry video game nerd. I'm so touched all of you guys are stopping in, tier. Did you see the message on Facebook or get a notification while you're on Twitch? Because I put something on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook and YouTube saying that I was going to play my first expansion pack game. Now here, again, kill as many people as you can. The boxing gloves up there, they just always look like boxing gloves without a thumb to me. They're probably supposed to be pots where the snakes come out. But they don't come out unless you go underneath them. And if they're out on one side, they won't come out on the other. And these are the guys that you use the hammers on. I save my hammers for the next level because the boss is harder. But you hit him, the dude comes out, and he helps you fight the bad guy at the end.
Did you happen to get the dog extra?
I did not, sweetie. I'm sorry. My wife's mad at me because I'm loud. I probably should have ran over and got that heart, but oh well. Oh, these guys, these are the worst part of the game. This is going to be the worst part about me not rewinding. Those are the eggplant guys. They give you a punishment worse than death. If they hit you, you turn into an eggplant. Here, I'll do it just to show you what happens and then rewind it. You turn in this eggplant and you can't fight, you can't do anything. All you can do is run around. So, since I said I was going to do that on purpose, I don't call that cheating. I'm so used to these guys being 10 hit. Oh, no! See, now I'm screwed. Now you got to find a hospital within the place or die and start over. I haven't dealt with the eggplant curse in so long. This is just the worst. It is kind of fun pretending you're a submarine, though. I want to say one's over here to the right someplace. That's the map. Oh, there I go. I'm dead. Scotty, whose stadium did you get? Refresh my memory. Can you guys hear the music? I don't have the TV turned up. But this is one of those rooms I was talking about earlier if you were watching from the beginning. It's Funny Nose Glass's pattern, but it's bigger. They don't seem to be moving as fast. So it's a little bit easier to navigate. And later on in this level, you'll find room that's really close to a place where you can fill up your hearts. Unlimited amount of times. So you just keep going in there, killing everybody in that room, filling your energy, then coming back. And you can get a power-up all in one level, and it's pretty easy. Oh, you got Z-Boy? Did you have one particular for him, or did you pick it out yet, or what? Oh, okay, cool. I think people will like this, especially when they see what other people have done with their stadiums. Oh shit, I gotta pay attention. No eggplant curse. I'm used to these guys being 5 hits. Or 2 hits instead of 5. They're 10 at the first level. Sometimes you want to get hit, because if you're hit, the curse doesn't take effect. There's one part here coming up you gotta hang, because you don't want to fall all the way down. You gotta move over to the left. I think it's this one. Yep, you don't want to go all the way down. You want to go here. I have played Dusty Diamonds on here before, and I have played Jedi Power Battles. I was going to get on and do a live stadium extravaganza last year. It was about this time, actually. But my internet was down. Or, no, the server was down. Here's the room where you can fill up. But I couldn't do anything with the show because I didn't have the network, so I just played Jedi Power Battles because I didn't want to reconnect a whole new system. And I don't have many other PlayStation games. But over a couple levels, big tip, this is the room. You want to fill up your hearts, get a lot of kills, get a lot of hearts, and earn all those points. So you can power up going into the next level. The next levels are pretty tricky, not nearly as tricky as the first ones, if you ask me. Just because you are starting to power up. But the second level in the next world is especially tougher because you got to do a lot of jumps. So if you can, I recommend a couple feathers. You got to deal with slippery surfaces and jumping. Bluffton. I think we showed Bluffton recently. If I beat this fast enough, I might turn around and record parts 2 and 3 for the next video. I doubt it'll be ready before 26, or at least the year 2026. But it'll be the last recorded in the year 2025, the last Stadium Extravaganza, that is. Yeah. See, now I'm hurting. And you got to be careful because obviously you don't want to get this far and then die. That guy you're not going to be able to get. Meh. Meh. I'm going to go fill up. Woo! You got to watch your biscuits here. Oh my god. And you just go in here and fill up and have at it again. It's not exciting or anything, but it's a great tip to make the game a little bit easier for you moving on. Jaden Sherman, if you're watching. Even if it's later on YouTube. I tried playing Metroid not too long ago. I might give that another shot. It was kind of fun. I know a lot of people considered Super Metroid the best Super Nintendo game of all time. Personally, I like Zelda: Link to the Past. I'll definitely do those two, the original Zelda and Link to the Past. Part of me wants to try to beat 2 for the first time in almost 40 years. Because me and my brother beat it way back in the day, but I don't remember anything about it because we didn't like it nearly as much as the first game, so we didn't revisit it once we beat it. And that's what I like about the old school games. I feel like they're so much less tedious, so they have more replayability to me. Like some of the new Zelda games, oh my god. It's like impossible to figure out some of the stuff you're supposed to do, and some of the like the mini games and stuff to get all your heart container pieces is such tedious work. Like you have to go to these like carnivals or fairs and play these like carnival type games. Oh, okay, there, 999. That's the most hearts you can get. I'm gonna kill these guys one more time because this is the end of the level too. Just to make sure I have enough points to power up. And one more, why not? I think it's a pretty safe bet that I'm not going to die. that didn't help. And I think you get points for the kill and collecting the hearts. So even if you're maxed out, you want to collect the hearts. Mark or Scotty or Doug, did you want to get in the contest? It's not too late. The challenge, the remix challenge. You just have to find someone else who wants to join with you, and you pick a stadium with that person, and he'll pick a stadium of yours to remix. Oh, shit. There's another eggplant to go through. All right, I'm going to get hurt. Yep. That way it won't affect me while I'm hurt. Scooch by them. The main boss is easy enough in this. I think it's like a 3-headed dog who shoots fireballs at you. I think you go down one and then over one, and he's right there. So yeah, I don't have it memorized unless I'm playing it. But again, I'm sure you can find a map of it someplace online if you Google it. Or you could just follow this video, rewind it. It will be posted on YouTube. Hopefully pretty soon after recording. It's a pretty simple edit. So, yeah. Oh, it's 2-headed. Oh, is it 3? It's hard to tell. Eventually you get to the point where you take off 5. See, the boss is numerical down there. And the amount of points you take off is usually 5 once you max out. Or not usually, it's always 5. Shit, I don't have a bottle. Oh boy, come on, come on. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Another thing that's tough about this game is you don't always fill up after a level. Come on, power me up. 3 bars, 3 health. Yeah, the longer that score racks up, the better chance you have of getting powered up. Boom. So that gives me more health. And then I think there's another spot in this level where you go in and they'll turn you a different color, which makes your armor stronger and make your armor stronger and your powers more, your arrow strength more effective. I'm not going to buy health in here because, again, right now I'm just doing this for the points. This is another good level, you know, once you're in better shape. And there's the protective ball, as you can see. They kind of look like the resurrection stone, right? I'm not going to buy health because there's a well or watering hole, whatever the hell you want to call them, where you can fill up. And you do want those feathers for the next level, so I think the feather's a better bet. Oh, he already did it. And this is the level where I think the little guys help you the most. So I try to get a lot of hammers. I was hoping they'd let me buy a hammer, but apparently not. And then coming up here soon. So yeah, stuff hits that little energy ball around you and they die and you don't get hit. And the next level there's these little who steal your energy or who steal your tools. Instead of hurting you, it goes boom, and they steal your bow or your wand or your fire thing. And then you can buy them back at the more expensive places for a ridiculous price. Or you can win them back with training. I'll have to check that out, Doug, the angry video game nerd. I take it he flips his shit a lot when he dies. I've seen people do speed runs in this. It reminds me because this is a spot where you can do a glitch. But I've seen people do speed runs in this game where there's a glitch in one of the levels that makes a shortcut to the labyrinth. Sometimes if you jump through here and you kind of catch the corner and you go through the rocks and then you go all the way through to the other side. Maybe it's if you're going backwards. I think my dog's got to go potty. Yep, there it is. See? Give me 1 second, fellas. Charlie, you got to go potty. Come here, buddy. Come on. Let's go potty. Come here. Charlie. Come on. Good boy. Go. That's a good boy. Okay. Sorry, my dog's an old man now. He has to wear diapers because he has a lot of accidents around the house, but they don't help with poop, so. And he didn't even go poop. But he's diabetic, and not only does it make it harder for him to hold it, but it can be really hard to maintain all of his levels. So it can make him disoriented and, forget to tell us. And so early on, we pretty much had him trained where if he did go in the house, he went in the room that we don't use and he goes in the pads that we put down. They're like portable diapers that you put on the floor. Know what's in here? Funny nose glasses? Yep. This is a good level to get a lot of points and get a lot of hearts, but it's pretty long and you can get hurt pretty quickly here. But there's power-ups at the end. There's a spot where you can make a prize. Yeah, it's been really tough to deal with, I'm not gonna lie, man. He just seems so disoriented sometimes. I don't know if it's because he can't hear or if he's disoriented, but like we'll call his name and he'll look in the other direction and just stare there. We have trouble getting him to eat sometimes, but whenever we have our own food, he's after us like he's starving. So it's been really tough, especially the past. What? It seemed like it started as soon as Sewell left, so right around the start of September. That's when it started getting real bad. But we take him to the vet all the time for that, and he doesn't stop itching. One of his eyes had to be removed just as the pandemic was winding down. Shit, I did not mean to go in there. So he's been quite the money pit pet. Yeah, these boulders coming down. I usually stick around and try to build up a lot of points with these. This part's tough because you got the jumps, and if you jump too far, you can't go backwards. These are the pot holders. Don't they look like old school round pot holders? My mom had a pink pot holder that looked just like these things. That's why we always called them the pot holders. Now this is the tricky part. You can't go backwards, right? So you want to go in this door, but you still want to go underneath because there's going to be a glass of wine there to fill up your energy. But right here is a room where you can guess. Oh, I guessed wrong right away. I'll have to look that up. But you don't want to go above here. You want to go underneath. It's a little harder because you know you're in a tight space. But right there's that glass of wine. So you want to fill up with that. Shit, I probably should have recorded some kind of closing remarks for the last level, because I'm going to separate these into 3 different videos, or 4, for anybody on YouTube who might want to just look up points or tips and not have to, you know, go through the whole video. The easiest levels of the whole game are the last 3 before the last labyrinth. And it only gets easier because you got all the power-ups by then. I'm pretty sure there's training in the 3rd level of this world. This is the 2nd world. I'm going to buy another feather. So I have at least 2 now, right? Oh, I got 4. Sweet. See if they let me buy a hammer or 2. Yeah. Burger. It's kind of the noise it makes when you hit the guy and clear him, save him. Let us get minions for once. All right, keep throwing them hammers at me. I'll take them. What I try to do is get like 35 to 40, because there's so many that you can free in the 2nd world's labyrinth. And then on the main path to the 3rd labyrinth's villain, you can get, I think, like 13. So that gives you like, you know, like 25 or whatever for the 2nd one. I'm not paying attention to my own math. Ah, the frogs. The frogs with wings. Wow, they take more than one hit? Not for long. I'm about to get a power up. Glad you came, Pit. Take this. And I'll say thank you. Here come some boulders. I'm telling you, I play this game a lot. Just when the wife and I are watching TV shows and movies, I'll have it on the Switch. This or Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And I'm still terrible at Punch Out. I'll stream some Punch Out sometime. But I'm not very good. Is this endure training? Yes, I can endure this harsh training. So I think if this is endured, we'll get filled up when we... Or we'll get it... We'll get our long arrow when we fill up in the next level. There's a spot pretty early on in the level where you can fill up. And it stinks I'm not in good shape right now. I don't think there's any more wine or anything. Maybe I can buy some and heal some before the end of this one. Yes, so I already got the wand. That's the protective thing around me. Next up is the long arrow. You can see it's not activated yet. Pretty sure I have to beat this level, and then next time I'm filled up, I'll have it. I don't know if that's something they did intentionally or something that just is the way the coding works or what. I've been watching a lot of history of video games lately. Like, it's been fascinating to hear how, like, Mario came to be and Nintendo came to be a video game company and all that stuff. Glad you came, Pit. Woohoo! Does he make me pink right now? I think the last level you end up being is blue. Oh, purple. Alright, so now I'm a little bit more powerful and it takes a little bit more to hurt my energy. See if the frogs are only one hit now. Will I run into more frogs? Nope. Let's see if I've done enough to power up. There we go. See, the secret is to not just run through the game. You gotta fight, earn them points. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. Oh, darn it. I forget what the name of him is, too. They have a lot of this stuff in the instruction booklet. I don't remember if there's, like, tips how to win that game in the instruction booklet, too, but I don't know if funny nose glasses is the best idea right now. But don't those guys look like those, like the Groucho Marx glasses you can get? And Pit's the most disgusting level I've ever played. This is another one. I'm going to skip it this time. This is a glad you came, Pit, but I just powered up. So they're not going to give it to me again. And now up here in these blue rocks will be a spot to power up. These guys is where the long arrow is a good advantage, because you can kill them from far away and then you get a little time to go collect their heart. Pot holders come in, there they go. And then in this level, just like the last one, the mouths, the piranha mouths, piranha plant mouths, take the place of the one-eye monsters that were in the first 3 levels. Oh, I think am I all the way? Is my arrow going all the way across? Yep, I got my long arrow. So now the only other power-up to get is the fire, and it'll spin around my arrow and just give me a wider attack. Boop. Here comes the little assholes that steal your stuff. It's so weird, like, I play this game and I'm like, oh, this is for little kids. But I tend to forget that this game wasn't out when kids were there. I mean, they can play it on their Switches, I guess, but anybody who plays this game is probably 40 years old like me. Yeah, these guys hit you. Instead of hurting you, they take your shit. This is another funny nose glasses room. I think I'm powered up enough where it's okay now. I think there's one more power bar, which I'll probably earn before the next labyrinth at least. And then as far as power up, I think I turned brown once and then you finish it blue. Now I heard early on that, like, see, these guys are the same color as I am. If I was green still, they would be green. And I heard that's because in this, the power of this machine only allows so many colors on the screen at a time. So they just made the enemies a lot of times the same color as I am. At least parts of them. But I'd like to find a YouTube video about the history of this game. See how it was developed and where the ideas came from and stuff like that. Because it's been fun to watch, like, Zelda stuff. Like the original Zelda, the programmer only used half of the memory that they were allowed to. Oh, I didn't think I was going to make that jump for a second. And so instead of starting over or whatever, they decided to make a second quest. That's how you have the second quest in Zelda. You can either beat the original game or make your character named Zelda. And you can play the second quest. I think I've beaten this. Oh, maybe I didn't beat it yet. That's something I can do on a stream. Play the second quest. Shit, I don't know. I can't tell if I got that or not because it doesn't. I don't have the sound turned up. This is the real tricky part of this level because you got these stupid snowmen and you're here so long it feels like, and then pretty soon you're gonna have the jumps. And if you duck through the ground and you die. So you have to remember to dodge the snowman by jumping instead of. He has kind of unpredictable snowball throwing pattern. Looks more like a snowflake than a snowball. I think this is a ridiculously priced store. Yep. I ain't buying nothing in there. So wait, what did I win the barrel and then died? That must be the case. I'm pretty sure I remember winning a barrel. And then, you know, like what I do, once you have the walkthrough under your belt, you play it by the Switch or with the Switch, and you can rewind and, you know, fast forward all you want. That's what's kind of fun about the Switch is, you know, I can get further in games than I ever could when I was a kid, or get through them faster because you don't have to do passcodes and shit like that. You just rewind it. Here's the annoying part of this level. A lot of times after I beat it through enough, I just load up on feathers and just blast right through this. Here, I'll show you what happens if you just fall to die. You fly until you start to turn red there. And a lot of times I'll just keep falling and just use the feathers to breeze through this part instead of waiting for the elevator things to be in the right spots. Whoops. Oh! Almost did it again. Man, how many of these freaking snowmen are there? Yep, frogs are only one hit now. See, if I had the fireball, I could hit him without jumping, because the thing would go around and make it a wider thing of attack. That is a funny nose glasses room, so I'm not going to go in there. Good. This is another store, but I can't remember if it's an expensive store or not. Yep, it is. Some games I thought it would be fun if I played and you guys tell me how to beat it. Like Zelda 2 or Metroid. Like, I went so much further in Metroid probably than I was supposed to because I didn't know what to do in it. And we beat the Metroids when we were kids, but again, you know, we played them only once and it was 30 years ago, so we don't remember much about them. The original Zelda, A Link to the Past, I've played those multiple times through, so... Ocarina of Time, though, I think I've only played through twice. And then every Zelda after that, only once. There's a couple 3DS games I'd like to stream, but I didn't get a power-up. I don't know how to do it. You have to, like, hack your 3DS to be able to hook it up to a computer because it's a portable. And then I was hoping to get some kind of retro gamer where you can hook them up to the TV that would play 3DS games, but it's a little complicated because you actually need the touchpad for some of those games. And I can't remember if you needed it for Link to the Past or not, or the Link to the Past remake. What was it called? A Link in Time? It's like the same world as A Link to the Past, but a very different game where you can, like, turn into wall art. What is it called? The Egyptians. Is it hieroglyphics? Is that it? Yeah, this level's not too difficult, but it's just long and so many enemies. Okay, yeah, hieroglyphics. Walk like an Egyptian. But yeah, you turn into like a 2D dude and you can like walk from wall to wall. Alright, where are you, douche? Oh! 50, got it down to 50-50 and I blew it. Here you can kind of cheat. If you jump fast enough, you don't get hit in the lava. This, I think, is more training. Or, no, wait. No, the store's up. This is training. Yeah, I'm gonna go train and get my fireballs. And again, you're not gonna get this until you're filled up. And you can't use them in the final labyrinth, so you're not even going to get to see this until you get to the easiest levels of the frickin' game, which is garbage. So that's why it's more fun to beat the game and play through it a second time when you're all powered up. It's not as stressful. Woo! Now there's no wells to fill up, or watering holes, whatever you'd call them. So coming up here, there's a store, and I usually buy as many bottles of wine or glasses of wine as I can. Yeah, I got to think between this level and the last, I'll get my last energy level power up, or health level power up. The green stuff hurt you, by the way. What hurt me there? Holy shit, it's 1 o'clock in the morning already. Buy as many of these as I can. I think about halfway through the level. Hopefully they'll give me one more. Now, I don't know if I get it, if they'll... are you kidding me? Well, I can still buy the hammer. Maybe they'll give me the same choices again. And the more expensive place, if you're playing with the original Nintendo, I think you grab player 2 and hold down select, and the prices will come down. That's something I haven't done in years because I've been playing on a Switch and I haven't had a second controller hooked up. Oh, yep, there's my fireballs. I'm filled up with energy, so I do have them. All right. So I guess that's the way you get your fireballs before the final world. Oh, woo! Didn't think I was going to make that jump for a second. But I have feathers left, so it's okay. And there are some tricky jumps in the next world, even though it's pretty easy. You know, in general, the levels in general, but feathers are nice to have in that last level. That last world, I guess I should say. This is another funny nose glasses. I would A, like some more hearts, and B, like to power up. I think for the last time for my health level, I think you can get 5. But man, I don't think you even... Oh shit, there's more steely guys. Forgot about these dudes. Go away, don't steal my stuff. I just got my fireball. Hey, how come he doesn't die? I fall in that shit and I'm dead. And they take it in order, by the way, from the last thing you got. So it would go my fireball, then the long arrow, then my protective thing. Shit. Ooh. And you can't kill them, that's the other thing. Be nice if you could just kill them. Now, if they were to take anything, you'd see it for sale in here for like 700, 800 hearts. It's a pretty shallow grave if you think about it. Shit. But see, the game gets easier. I haven't died since the first world. Potholders. I like to try to jump over things. Like I like to see if I would make it over those statues if you had to jump over them. Looks like I would make it, right? I don't think there's anywhere else to shop here before the end. Maybe. Oh, I love it when the boulders fall. Easy money. Easy points. So the key is once they start falling, don't run away too fast. What the hell is he doing up there? Who's he gonna hit? Who's gonna hit him? There was one funky thing, maybe it was in the previous level, where you can like land on the bottom part of this guy's jaw, and then you'll like go through the screen and come out the other side. Because in the top, you know, the levels where you go up and down, you can go side to side by, you know, going through the walls, a la Mario, the original Mario Brothers game. Not Super Mario, you know, the one where you got to jump up and hit the turtles and crabs and shit. All right, here's my power up. Come on. Power me up. Power me up. Boom. I think that's it. I think that's as many health bars as you can get. Okay, there's actually a couple different ways you can go through this world. And I honestly don't know which one's faster. So I think I'm just going to show you the way. Again, I can't tell you, okay, now go down, now go left, go up, right, left, up. I don't know it before I see it, but when I see it, I know which way to go. So you just got to follow which way I go here. But I recommend staying through here and exploring, finding as many guys as you can to bust free. You know, and then if you're not powered up like I'm not all the way, I think there's 2 more levels. I think there's brown and then there's blue, and you finish off at blue. Did I miss any yet? This part's tough because those guys, even though they're 1 point or 1 hit, see, if you leave 1 left, then they won't come after you when you... That's a trick in Zelda I teach everybody too. Now over here, off to the left, this is where you go. You're supposed to go up here, but if you're ever eggplanted, this is a spot where you'd go. The medical crosses up there. You'd come in here and there'd be a lady, oh, let me remove that eggplant curse from you, and boom, you turn back to normal. Sometimes it's easier just to die than start at the beginning of the level. There is one place in this level to fill up your energy or your health, and it's on the way, so that's good. This is actually a shortcut you could take. At one spot, if you go left and hammer all these guys, then you can come through and go to the left. But I don't remember exactly where it is. Again, this is a good level to explore because the more guys to help you, the better. Because the movement of the bad guy in this is so rhythmic. It's so, pattern-based that, the guys are pretty helpful. And you haven't even seen him help yet, so it'll be good to see him here. Oh, man, I wasn't even facing the right way. Pay attention, Philly. Now, this is tricky because you take these guys, and now you can't reach the thing, but you go down here, and then you come back up, and it turns into another ice cliff thing. And now I'm hurting pretty bad, so I should stop messing around until I find that healing room, which is, I think, in the next room, so there we go. This won't cure your eggplant curse, though, so that's a big problem. Now, when I'm cheating and I'm not worried about getting an eggplant, I'll go back over there, kill the two guys, and save the two dudes to help me out, but I'm not messing with them when I can't. Although there is an eggplant thing on the way. I'll do it. Let's do it. Shh. I got him down to only 3 hits now. Or is it 4? I think I counted 4 there. Sometimes, though, they trick you. Like, I don't know if you don't hit him well enough or something, but you'll hit a guy who is usually only 2 hits, and every once in a while it'll take an extra hit to kill him. It's like, wait a second, that's not fair. Because you kind of let your guard down when they get closer to you, and then they're still coming at you after you've let your guard down. The other way to beat this level, you come up right here. I don't know exactly what it is to get here, by the way, but that's why I didn't show that way. Sometimes what I'll do here, depending on how much you really want guys to help you, is I'll go back and forth and grab a couple hammers. You can just keep leaving and coming back and buy hammers. See, I got 15 guys already coming to help me. I only got 8 left. Oh, shit. I didn't want to do that. Oh, well. There's enough places to fill up on money. The torch, I think, if you buy the torch and you have the map, it tells you where it's like lighting the way to where the villain is, and the pencil marks on the map where you've already been. Last one. It's boring just sitting here watching me. It's boring enough probably it is watching me play this game and then doing the same thing over and over and over again. Probably doesn't help much. Oh no, here's more eggplant dudes. Again, I'd rather take the hits and walk through the lava and not be able to get hit by the eggplant. Yeah, these are the guys. When you're full power, these guys take 2 hits. But every once in a while, you'll be messing with them and it takes an extra one. And it's like, what the hell? This game's fun. I wish there were sequels to it. But the same style, I don't want it to be first person. Like, they keep making, side-scrolling Mario games. Give me another game like this with different labyrinths, updated graphics, new weapons, new power-ups, stuff like that. It'd be so fun. Mario plays this game in the Mario movie. I think over to the right is a hospital. Yep. If you got the eggplant curse, you come here. This is a place where you can get some hearts if you want them. And here is this statue. Nope, I thought there was a statue there. I was just in that room, actually. So there's a couple little paths, a couple different variations you can take to get to the boss in this one. But I hear this game frustrated a lot of people because they had no idea when they got into the first labyrinth that you're just supposed to guess where to go and, figure out that there's a boss someplace. They just kind of wandered aimlessly in these levels. Ah! I think there's another store. So you can fill up to go into the main boss. And then these guys are in a spot where it's a little bit easier to deal with. So I usually mess with these guys, kill them a bunch of times if I need hearts. And I want to get, or if I want to get more hammers. Because in the next 3 levels, there's not, if any, places to get a hammer. Technically, there is a place, but the place where you get the harp that turns people into hammers, there's never any bad guys around. So that's why I like to get as many hammers here as possible to save up for the last level. But yeah, if you run low on hearts, you just come in here and you kill these dudes for 5 each. And then you go over and get 20 from the eggplant guys. Another thing about this game, there's like, 2 or 3 different endings. And the way to get the best ending, you have to have 999 hearts, all the power-ups, and something else I can't remember. Oops, I did a screenshot. Okay, here comes the snake dude. He goes up and down. So you basically stay on 2 platforms. You don't want to chase him around, especially if you're not super powered up. Because you get to spots where he can't hit you, and then all you have to do is point up and shoot at him and hit him. I've been playing this game for 40 years, so I tend to chase him around a little bit. But right here, I think there's a spot where he can't hit you. So I walked right into his tail. And then you jump over here. Meanwhile, my minions are hitting him every once in a while. He's not the hardest guy, but I think he's the most time-consuming guy because you got to be really patient. I'll never forget the first day we beat this dude. Pretty sure Mark did. It took us so long to find him. And then he was kind of tough. We lost our patience. We'd keep chasing him around. Damn it. So I got 4 more guys left. I think they come out, 3 at a time? I like to have at least somebody left by the time I'm done with this dude. And I take 3 points off him every time I hit him. Again, full power, it's 5. Boom. And then when we beat him, my brother's like, oh, it's health. And he jumped in and we got hurt. We're like, oh, no. But luckily, right at the beginning of this next level, there's a spot where you can fill up completely. Boom, back to full weapons and health. Now I just need 2 Glad You're Here pits. I don't think I'll get them both before I'm at the end of the game. You actually have to beat the game to be fully powered up, huh? It's also weird playing it on this big screen. For the past 15 years, I've been playing it on either my Wii U, on the gamepad that it comes with, or on the Switch portable. Because I rarely just put it on the big TV and play it the whole way through. But yeah, these boards are so much easier than the other. Again, it's like the snow. You got to avoid ducking to dodge, because, you know, if you duck, you fall right through. And this is it here or the 3rd level? You can get a harp, but there's no one to hit you. Or there's no bad guys to turn into hammers. Nope, it must be level 3. And these guys are much easier to deal with now, because there's so fewer hits. By the time you're powered up, I think it's 2 hits for them and they're done. Pew, pew. There are guys who steal stuff from you in this level, but they're so much easier than the last one. These guys, they just go back and forth, and as soon as you're at their level, they come after you. And then you just fall back down and they go right by. So the key here is just to not be in a hurry. Jump up, let them see you, and then get out of their way. Sometimes a second one will fall down here and kind of trick you. Yeah, see, there's another one up there. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen one that high before. Woo! I thought I was going to die for a second. Yeah, I think this is a power-up Glad You Came pit. What? You're not glad I came? What an a-hole. How do I not have enough points to get powered up? Yeah, I think there's... Yeah, the strength. 2 more arrows. Then this guy will show up again for 10 more hearts. And that's the first level of World 3. Cakewalk, right? This game gets easier as you go along. That's why I always tell people, get if you're frustrated with this game, just get through the first 3. And then the labyrinth, if you follow this video, the first labyrinth is a great way to build up your health and your power up, your strength early. Because you can go in that one room, kill all those dudes, fill up your hearts, get a lot of points, and then go right back down the hall and fill up your strength again, or your health. See, now this is nice, because with the thing, boom, I'm hitting them with the fireball. Or at least I got to hit him once. Oh, what's in here? Training? Yep. I don't need to endure it. Don't call me a weakling. Don't say I'm weak. Don't say I'm weak, because... Oh, you son of... Put on a suit. Let's go a few rounds, Tony. Call me a weakling. I don't see you out here getting blasted by bubbles with legs and fucking Grim Reapers and their minions. Call me a weakling. This is another store. Ooh, I should probably be getting bottles. Oh, I can only have one. Because I don't have a barrel. I'm so used to having a barrel. Yeah, buying the hammers, that's the best way to get them here. There's no gifts, where you can shoot the pots and get your stuff, get a prize. There's none of that here. And these three. And then the last level after the third labyrinth is one level where you're flying. And there's not even any doors or rooms. This is another good place to earn a lot of money and points. But again, I don't know if there's any more Glad You Came pits. There was a 3DS version of this game that was cool because, like, instead of a black background, they put, like, a picture back there and made it look like you're on this, like, volcano planet or something like that. And it was fun to play, but when you beat the game, you didn't keep your power-ups. So it wasn't as fun to play back through again. You started from scratch. In this version, you're at your same health level, your strength, all that stuff is where you left off. So it's easier to play back through it and more fun to play back through it. So it's a little disappointing to have that on the 3DS and to have like new skin for the game and then not be able to enjoy it as much. Plus, I think the controls are a little wonky. I can't remember exactly what it was about it that was different. Probably farting around with these guys more than I should be, but I know there's a life fill up coming up here soon. It's a door where you're not on this floor. It's all pink clouds. And it's right at the end of the level. Man, these guys take a lot of hits before you're all filled up. When you're all filled up, it's only one. And I'm pretty sure the first level, I don't know if I did it when we played, but there's a door that you can go in, like super early in the game, and it's a spot it's an empty room. And I'm pretty sure it's a Glad You Came pit. So maybe after you beat the game, you go in there, and that's where you get their last Glad You Came pit. I just call it Glad You Came pit because that's what he says when you go in. Man, I'm hurting. There it is. There's the heal room, the spa. Get me in that hot tub, that yellow hot tub. It's probably kids' urine. Oh no, it's pink. That's good. Another thing I probably should have looked up is the very last board. If you don't meet some kind of stipulation, you have to go through the level again. Like, there's kind of a way to cheat and go through the level, but they don't let you. You have to go through it all again if you do it. I think you either have to get hit a certain amount of times or kill a certain amount of dudes or collect a certain amount of hearts before they let you fight Medusa. So don't be too discouraged if you think you're done and you have to go through it again. Okay, now I gotta be at a spot. Oh no, I'm already filled up. I need a Glad You Came pit room. I don't know if there are any in this third level. Yeah, there's your harp, but by the time you get up there, everybody's gone. So sometimes if you keep that one guy there, you can get the one, but that's about it. So I got 9 hammers going into the last level. That's not too bad. You might run into some places where you can buy 1 or 2 more. Like I said, I think there's only like 12 or 13 you can get before you hit the boss. Oh man, what the heck happened there? It's like I hit something on my head. It's a good thing I had that feather. Now again, if I'm a little bit more powerful, I stay and mess with these guys because they're 10 hearts each. But when they're more than one hit, it's kind of tough. Although this hasn't been much of a challenge yet. It's worked out pretty well, actually. That's the secret early on. Don't blow past people. Anybody that you can take on, take them on. And they'll come back. And there's a store. Can I get a second bottle at least? And I like to be pretty filled by the end of this level because there is a store at the very end where you can buy a couple things if you need them, if you want to fill up for the labyrinth or the final level. So in this case, I might buy a bottle of or a glass of wine to get me. Oh, it's expensive. Shit. It's 130 hearts more than it normally would be above me. Will they even let me get it? Oh, should I get a barrel? Then I can buy more bottles up above me. Maybe at least a couple. I should have bought the barrel earlier. I'm just so used to having it. Yeah, be careful you kill them because it's no good to kill them out there. Wow, is it 3 hits to kill him right now? So this is kind of a retro game, so if anybody knows of any good... I mean, I'm not looking for a Steam Deck. I'm not going to spend $500 on a retro console. But if anybody has a good, affordable... or the best affordable retro game console, handheld preferably, I would love tips on that. Because I'd love to play like Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball and some of the newer Tecmo Bowls, because the Switch only has the original. I'd love to play Super Nintendo or the Super Tecmo Bowl for the original Nintendo and the one for There is one for the Super Nintendo, right? There's a Super Tecmo Bowl for the original and another Tecmo Bowl for the Super Nintendo, if I'm not mistaken. I would love to play those. And I have one that has all those games on it, but it's so small. And when I was a kid, I shouldn't say a kid, I was in high school. I stole third base. They threw the ball away, and then I got thrown out at home. The field wasn't raked very well, so it was very bumpy. When I slid, I caught my thumb on a bump and yanked it and pulled some shit in my thumbs. So now if the controllers are too small, it really hurts my thumb. So I really like a little bit something bigger. Like even the Nintendo DS, if I play it too long, it hurts. The Switch is better because they're a little further apart. I think it was actually Legion Ball. I think it was after I graduated high school I did that. It just felt like I was still in school because I was just playing summer ball. This is baseball, by the way. I assume that everybody knows that I played baseball, but not everybody who finds this video on YouTube is going to know that this is a baseball channel. Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy some health. There is a place to fill up early on in the next labyrinth, but it can be tricky getting there because you run into a lot of peril. Oh, no. I don't have rewind for the one spot. So I'm going to fill up pretty good and then maybe buy a bottle. Oh, I can only buy one bottle now. I think I can buy more bottles in. All right, let's do this. There's another spot early on in the new labyrinth where you can get some points and some hearts. But again, it's a little trickier because when you go back to heal, you got to go through eggplants. So if you're going to look for more dudes, which you can do to free if you have more hammers, I only have 11. You go to the right here and you wander around and you can find more. But the most direct way to the dude is down here to the main villain. Big bubble guy with 2 bubbles with him. We got the spikies. This is the room where you would fill up. Oh wow, it takes more than one hit. Maybe don't mess around in this room too much. Unless you're full strength. But then you go down and there's a dude to free. Not exactly on the way, but not far out of the way either. Now this is where it gets tricky. When you go down, it's like 50-50 that you're going to get hit with an eggplant. Boom. There it is. So I might as well go down and get healed up first. So if you go down here, I guess there's a spot not too far from the beginning where you can fill up. But it's out of the way. So here's your fill up. Here's your pee. Here's where I pretend I'm a submarine. Whoop. 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 The hospital's not too far away, but it's still annoying AF. Nope, probably could have just ran. I wouldn't have got hit. I believe it's right up here. Right here and over one? Right here and over two? There it is. Yes, please remove that. Again, she's the same color as me. So now there's a couple guys that are out of my way that I normally wouldn't save to help me. So I probably will run out of hammers before I get one. So now I've got pretty good level, or pretty good health. I'm not going to mess with these guys because they're 2 hits. That's just ridiculous. I'm just going to go through and beat the guy. Normally, I like to have as many hearts as possible. But I think the first time through, you just got to make sure you get through. And then when you get through, then you can mess around with making sure you have all the hearts so you can get the better ending. Because you definitely have to have all hearts maxed out to get the main ending. There's an ending where you save the princess or whoever it is, and she's like, thanks, you're this little tiny dude next to her. And then there's one where you like grow up and you're like this beefcake dude, you're all big and strong now. And then there's another ending where you grow up and then she kisses you and you get married. That's the best ending. But I don't think we can get that main ending because my power's not all the way up. At least my strength, I should say. My health is good. Oh man, there's a tough. But I can give you a hint to get through it. A tip, anyway. There's a very tough eggplant to avoid on your way out of here. We're approaching that eggplant part. Ugh. Right here. This is like the top level. You just go right from here. Or straight ahead, if that's what you want to call it. Most platformers are left to right, correct? All right. What you want to do is, you see how they kind of shot their eggplants lower? You want to keep going back and forth till they shoot it higher. Because then you can kind of go through and not get hit by the bottom one. There, see? And then get hit by the bottom guy and then keep running. That spot's really tough. But again, I think there's a eggplant cure on the way. You don't want to go down here, because if you go down in any of these spots on your way to the end, you can't get up. Now, depending on my health situation, what I would often do... Wow, I only have enough to get one bottle of wine or one glass. I keep saying bottle. It's a glass of wine. I only have one barrel. Ooh, this could be tough. He's right to the right. When I'm full power, I'll go back and forth, kill this one dude, and fill up my money depending on where I am. I mean, if you really wanted to, if you wanted to fill up your energy, you can just keep going back here and getting 5 hearts. Because unfortunately, you can't go through here and fight those guys again. And if you go down, you're stuck. You have to go all the way around again. So you don't want to do that. So, I mean, that's one way to do it if you got the time and you want the tedious task. But I'm going to go for it. I have one barrel. I got a bunch of guys to help me out. He's just going to be tough. Because the stupid bubbles get in the way and they hurt you pretty good. And he disappears, so you can't really see him. Ah! So his pattern is way more random than some of the other guys. Although, I was about to say, there was one time, like, one version of the Switch game I was playing against this dude. Like, every time I would come to him, he would just go up and down. And he was pretty easy. But all my minions are gone already. Oh, man. See, his pattern's so unpredictable. And you don't have your long shot. So, yeah, this guy, the first time through, is the hardest thing since the 3rd level of the game. Oh, man. See, I thought he was going to go over. And again, full level, you take off 5 points off his health. As opposed to, what is it right now? 3? Dun, dun, da, da, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no. Woo-hoo. How that didn't hurt me, I don't know. Still got my bottle. So if I hit, I'll get 1 square back. Yeah, if you just paid attention, it's 3 every time I hit him. Oh, oh. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kerblammo! Got him. And this is the only level that when you beat it, you start full because you're going to the new all different format. You're going to be flying. There's no ground you can land on. you have the shield, the wings, and the stronger arrow that not only goes the whole length of the screen, but it goes through enemies and fights whatever's behind you, too. Again, pretty unfair that those guys just come at you from behind, but hearts are now meaningless because there's nothing to buy. This is the only level like this. There's Medusa at the end, and that's it. The barrel still does work, though. So that's why I like to have as many bottles as possible. So you can fill up to 8 bottles in that barrel. Although later on in this game, you usually don't need them. Medusa can be pretty easy. You get hurt early on, but there's a spot where you can't get hit by her beams or the dragon she shoots at you. And you continue to hit her. But sometimes it takes a minute and you will get hit. Here's some of the Audrey 2s. They look like the piranha plants, but just keeping their mouth closed, going like this. After the Audrey 2s, you see the ghosts. And the ghosts usually mean you're at the end. But if you don't see purple blocks down at the bottom, you're going to have to go through the level over again. I'm guessing they're going to make me go over again because I have so little health left, or taken off me. It's like that greenish yellow right now. And there's one little section of purple bricks. That means you, yep, see, they're going to make me go through it again. See, I don't know what the rule is. If I'm supposed to be hurt a certain amount or if I'm supposed to kill a lot of people, because there's a way you can cheat. If you get up here and then you can go up in the corner, no one can hit you, and you just go through the whole level like this. But they make you go through it so many times. See, I think it would be fun to have more levels like this. I don't see why they didn't give us 3 levels like this, like you normally would. And then even if there wasn't a labyrinth, then have us play Medusa. Wow, those things take a lot of hits when you're not full. I can't believe you can't get full power before beating the game the whole way through once. Because even if I did get more points, I can't see where there's more than one spot where I could have filled up again. Because I'm pretty sure it's brown and then blue and you're full. I love this game. I don't. Maybe it's because it's the only one I consider myself an expert in. I'm just not a video gamer. I've never been the best at any video game. This and Super Contra. Super Mario World. I'm pretty badass at Super Mario World also. Yep, see, there's those pink or purple blocks. When those show up, you know you're going to fight Medusa. The music's going to change, and you got to shoot her eye while she shoots beams and a dragon. And the dragons are zigzag, so it's someplace right around this pole. See, she can't hit you, and every time you shoot, if you time it right, you hit the dragon, and he never even makes it to you. So you just stay right here and unload on her. So if you miss the dragon the first time, you got to hold your fire until he gets back up, so you hit him again. Or he hits you. Sometimes it's a little trickier to get to this correct spot. But I'm kind of in that front 1/3 of the pillar. My head's like at the top of her, the color in her eye. And she's dead. And we have beaten Kid Icarus. Straight through. Shit, I should have paid attention and see how long it took. Oh, about 2 hours. To beat the whole game. Oh, there's a 4th ending. Because I don't remember that thing. Getting the helmet. I'm used to the main ending. Crazy Taxi. That was my best game, man. I missed that. I'm sure I could find it out there. What game was it on? There's probably a retro console you could get for it. I want to say Dreamcast, right? Dreamcast and what, PlayStation 2? Were those the two at the time? Oh, Zelda 1 I'm pretty much an expert at too. Except I don't remember levels 8 and 9 so well. Because sometimes I get frustrated with those because they have the knights where you can't hit them unless their back is turned to you. And I get frustrated at that point. And so I don't remember the way through to get the magic book and the red candle and... Wait, it's the book. What is it in the 8th level? There's 2, right? It's the book, so when you shoot the magic wand, there's fire at the end. And then I thought there was something else. And then in level 9, you get the red ring and the silver arrows to kill Ganon. Alright, I'm going to go through this game. Sega? Yeah, I think it was Dreamcast. That and Simpsons. The Simpsons game where you drive around. That was a lot of fun, too. I remember playing Crazy Taxi. I'm going to play through this again. Not the whole way through. But I want to get all the power-ups and see how far it takes. Like, right up there, that's an empty room. I'm pretty sure when I go in there, he'll say, "Glad you came, Pet," and get me to the brown. Which would be level 4. What? Are you kidding me? What's the point of that room, then? You can't tell me I didn't earn enough points. Maybe that guy had it right after all. Maybe I got too many. Because he said you want to be between 500 and 1,000. You don't want like 1,100 or 1,500. But now here, you can either turn these guys into hammers and shoot them and collect the hearts, or collect the hammers. I collect the hammers because I like them for that second level. I'm going to go back through here and fight the funny nose glasses guy again. But this level is now so much easier now that you're all souped up with the extra weapons, and your power is stronger and your health is greater. And you have more of that health too. I guess I should say armor. These guys only take a couple hits and you got the arrow or the fire. I have no idea what the secret is. Ooh, I did it. I got lucky. But the secret is just you have to hit the main thing last. If you don't hit where the prize is last, then you don't earn the prize. It turns into that dude, and he pretty much mocks you. And at this point, you've seen me beat the game with only dying, what, twice? Maybe 3 times? I'll rewind it if I die so we don't got to start over. I just want to see where you end up getting your full power up. So I'm not going to play this for another 2 hours. It's 2 o'clock. I got to play my Ricky Davis League games, and I wanted to record, but I probably won't record now, but I'll record tomorrow probably. The last 2/3 of the latest Stadium Extravaganza video. Tons of good stadiums in there already. Including stuff from Sewell's Challenge. But yeah, the first 3 levels of this game, the hardest of the game, turned simple. Thanks to all your power-ups and all the extra stuff. And then this game is so much more fun to play when you're at this stage. So again, I guess I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fight all these dudes. So I guess the point of the game is not necessarily to beat it through once, but to get it to the point where you can marry the girl. And maybe I'll come on another day and finish it and do that. See, now I have 500. The first thing I usually buy in here is the barrel. And you can cheat. If you have a second controller hooked up, they'll lower the price if you hit select on the controller. But I'll be almost filled up. Ah! There's our death. No, I slid on the ice. But again, I'm not going to go through that again. You've seen me beat it. You know I can do it. Even with the edits you're going to see on YouTube. I'll leave the deaths in. Maybe I'll cheat on YouTube and edit that part out where I slid down. More funny nose glasses. I can't remember if there's a glad you came here or on the next level. I'm pretty sure there's an endure this harsh training on this level. I don't have enough money to buy anything in there. The cold, dead hearts of my enemies. Yeah, Scotty, I think I'm recording that for this video. I think that's the next one for you. I don't think I recorded it already. I think I'd remember. So early on, it's still important to get as many hearts as possible. So you can load yourself up with feathers and bottles. And when you know there's not a fill-up near, it's nice to be able to buy a couple glasses of wine when needed. So now we're at the part where there's at least one door. Yeah. These guys are going to be easier now because they're only one hit. So this is a good spot where you can get strength and money. You just got to watch out for the fire that keeps popping up and shooting at you. I usually stay here and fight all these dudes until they stop coming at me. It's only 20 hearts total, but still worth it. I'm pretty sure this is just endure your harsh training, but I'm going to go in here. I don't care if he calls me a weakling. His words have no effect on me. Oh, it's a glad you came pit. Oh, okay, great. All right, so this one should turn me brown. Boom. Brown, or is that red? And let's see where you can turn blue, and then blue's the last one. See, because you got four healths, five healths, 5 strengths, I think. Let's see. Got my notes here. I recorded a Schmitty Stadium yesterday, ZZZ, J Tangi, Sewell, Birds on Bat, 77, Shady Gaming, and Arch. Next up, I have Murph, Obit Turtle, A Sanders, Shays 2525, Stephen K, and then you're after that one, Alaskan Airlines Park, Scotty Warren. And then Rico, Carmen's dad, Sam and Dan, Ryan O, Blue Jay fan, he's new. And then another Arch, then another J Tangy, and another Murph. I got to clear out some of those guys because they have like 5 at least stadiums each. I think Arch has, after I record these 2, he'll still have 7 that I'll have to show before the next game comes out. See, now these little butt wipes can't duck under my arrows because the fire gets them. So yeah, these levels are such a breeze after you beat the game, and it makes it so much more fun, in my opinion. If you like that challenge, then start over, or play the 3DS for it. Although I don't think you can get the 3DS one anymore because you had to buy it online from the Nintendo store, and I'm pretty sure they've closed out the 3DS Nintendo stores, so that stinks. I let my 3DS get wet, so the paint is peeling off it. It's like silver now instead of like that brick red that I had, or the maroon, which is very upsetting, but oh well. Now what should I get in here? I think I'm pretty good health-wise. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I probably won't make it to the... I'll just get that. Oh, I don't have enough. Doi. I was hoping for a bottle. Yeah, man. Right now, it's all heavy hitters. A lot of the guys who are less serious about Stadium Creator just aren't making stadiums right now because they're fed up with SDS's nonsense. Were you there when Sewell was asking me yesterday, what are you going to do if they kill stadiums in the vault and still give us no updates? I would be crushed. My soul would be just shattered. Because if you're going to make me rebuild the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino and all my other stadiums that I like to play in, you got to at least give me new stuff to make them with so I can tweak them. Get the bullpens out of there. Oh! I jumped right off the thing because I was reading your post. I'm going to keep watching this series and get Sawyer and I into these older games. Yeah, it's really fun, Scotty. If you got a... if you have a Switch, it's so much easier to play some of these games now because, like I said, you can just rewind. Like, you saw what happened. I just fell off the thing. Oh, I'm dead. But you just hold down, what is it, L2 and R2 at the same time, and you just hit back, and it takes you to the spot where you're safe and sound. And that's how I beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for the first time. Oh, Mike Tyson punched me out. Rewind. So I don't know what the etiquette is on this. I don't know if like the people who played these retro games did play on a Switch or not. Because even if you recorded these videos off like a Wii or a Wii U, you could still cheat because you can create the suspension point, right? So if I die, even if you didn't have rewind, you could still load the suspended point and you're back where you were. So there's still ways to cheat. That's how I won my first Super Bowl ever in Tecmo Bowl. Oh, they swarmed my running play right off the bat. Oh, let me rewind it and pick a pass play. And then you get better at the game because you're practicing, you know, the harder spots because you have to go back and do that harder part again the right way. So they always say, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So in that way, you're kind of making yourself a better player. And cheating at the same time. Yes, I agree, Scotty. I've showed it many times. You can delete anything else from any other vault. I can delete rosters. I can delete players. I can delete logos. I think you can delete sliders, but you cannot delete the stadiums, and that needs to happen. If they make a delete function, I mean, Sewell says that's the only way to keep La Grassa out next year. But if they could ban stadiums that were offensive, like they have the stupid planes going to 9/11, or if they have words spelled out that are offensive or whatever, if they can ban those stadiums from the vault, why can't they ban stuff like La Grassa? Just every time it pops up, delete it. They can delete it. There has to be a way for them to do that. Man, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I was scared to make that jump the first time through. Yeah, I was trying so hard to not die the first time through. I think I only died once or twice. Oh, sneaky little shit. This is the endure the harsh training. Right. You can't bully me, dude, into doing something I don't want to do. I'm out. I know I'm not a weakling. Your words have no effect on me. Yeah, I found out doing this by searching for good stadiums. I was like, man, this vault is so terrible to search through. Like, I would find posts. Yeah, people would post them, but they would post the name of their stadium, and then I punch it in, and there's like 80 different versions of that one stadium, and it's like, where the hell's the one I want? So I finally said, maybe I need to go to YouTube to find them. And there was Harrison Sawyer, who pretty much had a video out every day, it seemed like. And then I started not only finding stadiums I like to use, but I was sending him my stadiums for him to show. And then I actually found somebody who downloaded my stadium, put some buildings in the background, and then uploaded it to Harrison Sawyer. I still have to find that video. I'll have to find that. Did Wolfpack Park, one of my early versions of the park that's like all enclosed. It's really older looking. A lot of brick. Yeah, but the tips, that's why I decided to play this game first. I was originally going to do Zelda because it's a fun game, to just wander around and talk about the old school games. And a lot of people seem to be interested in Zelda. It's a lot more of a mainstream game than this is. But my nephew's like, oh man, you got to help me with Kid Icarus. I bought a Nintendo and I'm having a lot of trouble with it. And I'm like, dude, I'm like a Kid Icarus expert. It's like the world's easiest game to be an expert in, but again, a lot of people say it's one of the harder Nintendo games. To me, it's Ghouls and Ghosts. Even with the rewind function, I don't have the patience for that game. I love the music. It was so cool back in the day. Dun 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 dun. And the graphics were pretty good, but man, it was so freaking hard. So then I'm like, okay, maybe the Super Nintendo and the Genesis one will be easier. Nope. So here we are at that spot again, fellas. You get yourself filled up. I'm not an eggplant, so I can't look like a sub. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. I don't know if there's any Dick Van Dyke shows watching this either, but I like to go. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Die Hard Dick Van Dyke Show fans will get that. But that's about it. So wait, you found you were looking for tips on how to make better stadiums, Scotty? So yeah, I think the next chance I'll get for power up is in the first level of the second world. I think it's pretty early. It's right before you get the first. Well, I guess it's the only glass of wine. Oh, I hate it when that happens. He knocked me and it made me leave the room. Ah, did it again. Sorry, I know this isn't very interesting. I probably should just move on because I'm not playing it through. Like, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it out in another stream. Maybe I'll play Zelda 2 and I'll edit it down to a second YouTube video just to show what the real ending looks like. I don't want to play another freaking 2 hours. So I'll play it like I normally would play it, I guess, until then. I guess I'm pretty close enough to 999 where I can fill up and be on my way. See, right now it doesn't matter if I get hurt because I'm just on my way to get filled up anyway. Da 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 da. Oompa 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 oo. Come on, Dick Van Dyke Show fans, leave a comment. 4 people watching, hello. Thank you for joining me for the first ever Studio 44 expansion pack game. We are playing Kid Icarus to help my nephew Jaden beat a 40-year-old game. I texted him that I was doing this. He never answered me. I hope he has a chance to watch it later at least. If he's not watching it in the background. He's not a very shy kid, so I would think if he's here, he would speak up. Seeing as how he was on Respect the Pick and all. I miss Respect the Pick. Respect the Pick was fun. We were on our way to the right path, and then we just kind of let it go when we moved my house around and killed the studio. See, this stupid 2-headed dog's gonna be easy now. Blah blam! Blah 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 blam! Blah 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 blam! Blam 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 blam! Blah blam blam! Blam! Scrooged anyone? I don't mind you shooting me, Frank, but watch the Bacardi. Oh, 4 viewers down to 1 so fast. Once you're all maxed out, though, it is a little less exciting because you don't, watch it get. The suspense is gone. Am I going to get a power up? Am I going to power up? Nope. Oh, man. So here I definitely go for hearts. Or mallets, I should say, the hammers. Try to make sure all the snakes are gone. 4 hammers are down low. And then boom, I got 17 already. And then here I would usually fill up with feathers. Can only buy 2. wanted to hook up my second monitor today. I was lazy today. I did play some Mario Galaxy, and then I'm sitting there playing that. I'm like, man, I should be streaming Mario Galaxy. I got my wife got me the Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 for the Switch for Christmas, and you can play it on both Switch 2 and the Switch. So my old Switch I have hooked up in here, so I can keep the Switch 2 out there to play, the off-stream games. But I want to stream everything. I think it could be a lot of fun. It's nice to have that 1,000 subscriber head start. And I'm sure not every one of those 1,000 subscribers are going to like the old school games, but I mean, some of them have to, right? Again, this is a good spot to fill up on hearts and points, because those guys coming down are pretty easy. And they're 10 points a pop, or 10 hearts a pop. All right, I'm going to go in, get my pea water on. Scotty, it means a lot to me that you came in and watched the expansion pack episode, man. Thanks a lot. I didn't know if I was expecting anybody. If you're that one person still here. If not, whoever is here, thank you. Said it before, I'll say it a million times. I'm probably the world's worst gamer who has a game streaming channel. I'm just not into a lot of video games. I don't like big stories. I don't like a lot of depth. I don't like I love my Zelda games, and it's only my sheer love for Zelda games in the past that I stuck with Tears of the Kingdom, because I gave up on Breath of the Wild, but I do have Breath of the Wild Switch 2 version now that my wife and I are going to play through next time after I beat Skyward Sword. But I didn't have the patience for that game because of all the collecting you got to do and how the freaking game trolls you. Oh, listen, let's make it, if there's a lightning storm, he has to change out of all metal armor and weapons, or he'll get struck by lightning and killed. That's what they're doing when they created that game. Listen, let's make climbing a mountain take 3.5 hours, but he won't be able to do it at all if it's raining and it's slippery. He has to find a frog and make a potion. That's not funny. It's not clever. It's tedious and annoying and trolling. I want my video games to be frickin' fun. So maybe I'm the grumpy nerd, Doug. If you come back and watch this at some point. The one thing I want to do, and I think it's fair, because I don't want to bog down the Stadium creator guys, because, especially you hardcore, 30 to 50 guys, who are at so many live premieres and streams and all that stuff. But I think it's pretty fair if I announce that I'm on to play expansion pack, right? That way you can just choose not to watch. And then that shouldn't bog down the channel too much. And hopefully, if this goes well, then Mark will be interested in it, and he'll want to do where, I'll watch him play his games and make fun of the stupid games he plays, and he'll watch me play my games and make fun of that. And it'll be a different way to do a podcast, because we can still talk about, the pop culture that we want to talk about that we would on a talk show, except now you have a video game to watch while we're at it. Yeah, so I think if you stay up top, you can get a weapon power up here, a strength power up. But depending on where you are, you probably want that wine refill. And I think there's another one just further just further on in this level. And if you're not at enough points here, then maybe you can get it by early next level. I like to try to jump over those two too. When I make it. Oh! See, I think I hit it there. But it's hard to tell. What? I heard a joke where they're talking about security for Leslie Knope's campaign in Parks and Rec, Andy Dwyer. He just made this big speech on the press saying, listen, I know one of you tried to pie Leslie Knope and we're on you. We know you're at large. That reminds me what happened to me. Someone literally got on my computer. I didn't even know this was possible. They stole all of my Microsoft Office programs. But I'll get them. I will hunt them down. You have my word. You have my word. I always like that joke. It's like this other guy I know. He stole my journal. But then I heard he died. So my thoughts are now with his family. Come on. These are good dad jokes. All one of you listening to them whose response I can't see or hear. All right. I guess it's pretty late into the level. I think this is this training? Or is this power up? It's training. This freaking bully again. I want to shoot you. Oh, yeah. Who's the weakling now? You run off. Stupid guy. Call me a weakling. All right. So it's late into the first level of the second world where you get a full power up. 2.5 hours into playing this game. And I'm finally at full power. And I'm blue. Da bo dee da die da da dee da 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 bo dee da die. Okay, so I guess we'll call it a night on that. We have beat the game the whole way through. We're about a third of the way through. The second time through the game, I'm at full power, all the weapons. So now the game is way more fun, if you ask me. So I'll finish this game. I'll save my spot so I can come back. I'll do it live on Twitch again, edit it down for YouTube. This will be part 1. Part 2 will be coming up to see what happens when you beat the game at full power, because there is a different ending. I mean, I probably should show you all endings, but I don't know how to get every ending, so you can probably look it up on YouTube. So I'll just show you the main ending, and then what I usually do to play through once I am full power. So maybe I'll beat it and then play it all through one more time and leave it at that for the second time. Just leave it at 2 parts. So Scotty, everyone's showing up, and now I'm leaving. A whopping 3 people. Hello, thank you for at least trying to hop in for the first ever Studio 44 expansion pack series game, Kid Icarus. This is part 1 of 2. I will play part 2 another time, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. But thank you for coming in and at least taking a peek at what I'm doing, whether you're a subscriber to this channel or not. I appreciate you hopping in. Scotty, even if you're not here right now, thank you for staying as long as you did. I'm going to play some Ricky Davis League games. I'll record parts 2 and 3 to the latest Stadium Extravaganza video tomorrow. And then we'll see. Maybe we'll get on for more Kid Icarus then. But until then, thank you so much for joining the first ever Studio 44 expansion pack series game.